Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning. What a great day in Phoenix. Some of the folks up here from Chicago, and they're like, this is wonderful weather. So good morning, everyone. My name is Titus Matthew, and I have the privilege of being the housing director for the city of Phoenix. And this is a wonderful day in terms of we've been wanting to do this for the last 4 years. So we demoed this site 4 years ago. And it took us a few moments to get here, but nevertheless, we're here this morning to do what I think is going to be a great project. And it's a 2-year completion period, so hopefully in January of 2028, this project will be done. As we break ground in the Moreland community, I feel a deep sense of pride and excitement. The project is not just about bricks and mortar, it's about opportunity and building a bright future ahead. In downtown Phoenix, today's celebration is a result of years of dedication, collaboration, and a commitment to creating affordable housing, executing the vision of the mayor and council. We stand here on the site where Deck Park Vista Apartments once stood, a place that for 2 decades was home to many. This 2-acre property once held 56 affordable housing units. And although these buildings were demolished in 2022, we have not forgotten the residents who called this apartment community home. I'm proud to say the former residents of Deck Park Vista and the nearby Edison Eastlake Choice Neighborhoods community will have the first opportunity to return and become part of this new community. The Moreland represents a transformative development for the community, built in 2 phases to ultimately provide 237 apartment units. The Moreland will offer 1, 2, and 3-bedroom apartments for families and individuals of all ages. It will offer places for residents to learn, gather, and enjoy the community. This project is a testament to what we can achieve when we work together. The Housing Department, our partner and co-developer, Brinshaw Development, have worked tirelessly to ensure that this project came to fruition despite the ambitious timelines and defying the odds. And I want to say, typically, when we do a project like this, it takes a year or 2 to get to closing. This project was unusual, and it was pushed to the limits. And I feel for my team out here, Angela and Brad Puffer and their teams, and Brinshaw, there was a lot of stress, tension, and trying to figure out solutions on how to get to the finish line. So I want to thank the 2 teams for doing a wonderful job as well. Thanks to the support of the Arizona Department of Housing, Ruby Dillons and her team, and Sydney Startler. We also want to thank the Phoenix IDA, Arizona Finance Authority, Greg Gelfie, and I want to thank Juan Salgado and Mike and Carlos who are here this morning, because that's a partnership that we needed. And without the volume caps, so those of you who are elected officials who want to support that endeavor, we need more volume cap in Arizona, right, Greg? So these units will count towards the goal the mayor and council executed in 2020 of 50,000 units by 2030, which was achieved 5 years ahead of schedule. So I'm proud to say, as of December 31st, we have created and preserved 64,000 units in the city of Phoenix, of which 20% of those units are affordable. So 4 years ago, when I first started as a housing director, maybe 5 years ago almost, the percentage of affordable housing units was less than 10%. So it's a significant milestone. Kudos to Mayor and Council to getting to 20%. That's remarkable in the scheme of things. Our first speaker today is our Vice Mayor, who also happens to be the council member in charge of this district where this community is going to be built. I want to introduce Vice Mayor Keisha Hodge Washington, who began serving as a District 8 council member in April of 2024. She's the first African American woman to be elected to the Phoenix City Council and was elected Vice Mayor in January 2026. The Vice Mayor's top priorities are homelessness, affordable housing, and economic development. An Arizona State University College of Law graduate and former Assistant Attorney General, Vice Mayor Hodge Washington is a passionate leader committed to the constructive development of our community. In addition to that, she's been a strong supporter of the Housing Department and wanting more affordable housing, the right type of housing, and for the creation and preservation. In addition, she was a champion in the creation of the first housing trust fund in the city of Phoenix. And for those of you out there, we have $3.5 million in the housing trust fund as of today, but it's got to grow. And then if you want to lobby our elected officials, you can start with the vice mayor. The need for the housing trust fund, as most of the developers here today and the folks out there realize, requires a lot of gap financing and different financing structures to be able to build affordable housing. What's happening at the federal level is also causing harm in terms of the amount of resources available are diminishing. So we need to work in partnership with different entities and having our elected officials understand what it takes to build a project like this. So with that, please welcome Vice Mayor Keisha Washington.
Thank you, Titus. You can lobby. I think it's already clear I'm on the right side, but if you want to come and tell me why I need to do more, I'm definitely open to it. So before I begin, I want to again thank Titus for his leadership and the partnership that has helped move this forward. Titus has been a great partner in terms of ensuring that the city rises to the moment. We know as a city that we need more housing options for our individuals, and we are trying to meet that. And we are doing that under his leadership, and I'm grateful for that partnership. Thank you, Titus. Before, again, I am Vice Mayor Keisha Washington, and I say good morning to everyone, and thank you for being here. It is wonderful to see so many partners, neighbors, and community leaders gathered to mark this important moment. Again, I want to thank the development team, the city staff, our funding partners, and most importantly, the residents of Phoenix who call this place a place to live. The Moreland to me represents not only a housing, but it represents true collaboration. And I'm truly grateful for every partner who came together to make this project come to life. I'm incredibly proud to celebrate the addition of more affordable housing right here in District 8. This project reflects our shared commitment to making sure every resident has access to housing that is not only affordable, but dignified and rooted in opportunity. Providing more affordable housing in Phoenix, as Titus mentioned, is one of my greatest priorities, one of my biggest priority. I believe by focusing on this critical need, we can build a more stronger, more inclusive community for everyone. I am a lawyer by trade, but a sociologist from undergrad, and I believe housing is our number one need. Like Maslow's hierarchy of needs talk about you have to deal with the physiological needs before you can get to the social needs. And until we make sure that all Phoenicians have access to a quality home, we can do everything else, but it will not be as successful. This project to me represents our city's commitment to building more welcoming, vibrant neighborhoods where people of all backgrounds and incomes can live, work, and play and thrive. This development will provide more than 200 safe, quality homes for families, seniors, and individuals. It will also provide wonderful amenities like community rooms for gathering, fitness rooms, fitness centers for healthy living, as well as dedicated areas for teens and youths for fun and connection, because that's what home represents. Residents will also have access to supportive services such as career and academic coaching, entrepreneurship opportunities, and financial education. These are skills that individuals and families and youth will help empower them to succeed in education and achieve lifelong self-sufficiency. Today we celebrate phase 1 today, but like any good politician and advocate, I gotta start talking about phase 2 because this is just the beginning. So I want us to be here in a few months to talk about phase 2 as we move forward. We're going to need the same partners. We're going to need our state also has been to help us move this forward. Housing continues to be the number one need and demand for our community. So we'll be out knocking on doors for more funding, whether in terms of LIHTC, in terms of private. We really want to continue to rise to meet the occasion. Phoenix's greatest calling, one of the reasons I remained in Phoenix after graduation, was the ability to establish a home. And I think we need to continue to have that as an asset for individuals. We don't want the next generation feeling like this is outside of their reach. So let me get back to my talking points. The Moreland's location has so much to offer, and it will open doors for families to live near their jobs, near transportation, near schools, parks, and so much more. This project will also support downtown development. It will strengthen our local economy, and it will continue to create jobs both during construction as well as into the future. To me, the Moreland is a strong example of how affordable, accessible housing can be thoughtfully integrated into our community. As we move forward, let's continue building stronger partnerships and finding more innovative ways to support a growing, inclusive Phoenix. Today is truly a day to celebrate. I look forward to seeing this project take shape and greeting the new residents pretty soon. Thank you all for being here, and congratulations to everyone involved for the start of this exciting new development.
Thank you, Vice Mayor, for your commitment and support. The next speaker I'd like to introduce is Ruby Dillon Williams, Director of Arizona Department of Housing. It's very important because she needs to give us light ups. Another strong supporter of affordable housing in Phoenix and across Arizona. Ruby Dillon Williams, serving as Director of Arizona Department of Housing since March 2025. She previously served as Deputy Director and Assistant Director at ADO. Ruby is a progressive leader with more than 20 years of experience in public and private sector, housing development, and extensive background using LIHTC programs. In her current role, Ruby is responsible for ensuring affordable housing is available for all Arizonans. She oversees programs established to create, preserve, and invest in affordable housing. And Rich, she's also a recovering attorney as well. So please welcome Ruby Dillon Williams.
So I'm wearing my hearts this morning because I'm feeling the love for the Moreland. You know, this has been a labor of love. I've heard about this project for several years, and I'm so excited to see the dirt being turned and us getting started on this. So I say us because we are a true partner in this with you all, Titus. So good morning. It's a pleasure to be here today on behalf of the Department of Housing and also our Governor, Katie Hobbs, to celebrate the groundbreaking of the Moreland. Every time we gather to break ground on a new housing community, I'm reminded that why this work matters. It matters because housing is the foundation for so many things. As the Vice Mayor said, health, education, employment, stability. When we take the first step toward creating safe and affordable homes, we are building opportunity, stability, and hope for our future. Today's groundbreaking represents more than the start of construction. It reflects a shared vision, strong partnerships, and a commitment to ensuring that Phoenix continues to grow in ways that serve its residents. The Moreland is a result of thoughtful planning by the entire development team, strategic investment, and collaboration among public and private partners who deeply believe that we need to expand housing opportunities. At the Department of Housing, we are committed to increasing access to quality, affordable homes, and I thank Governor Hobbs for her leadership and dedication in directing resources to address our state's affordable housing challenges. Projects like this move us closer to our goals. They strengthen neighborhoods, support working families, and create pathways to long-term stability and success. To everyone who helped bring the Moreland to this milestone, thank you for your partnership and your vision. And while residents will move in at a later date, today marks the beginning of something truly meaningful for this community. Congratulations to the city, and I'm so excited to look at that Phase 2 application. I'm ready for more years. So again, feeling the love, and just congratulations to everyone.
You heard her, right? So.
It's on record.
Thank you, Ruby. We appreciate your commitment and partnership with the Department of Housing and the City of Phoenix. Next person I'd like to introduce is Kelly Savage, who's head of impact investments at CVS Health. The deep belief that housing is the foundation of health, Kelly Savage has guided CVS Health program on investments in thousands of affordable housing nationwide, partnering with communities to help residents thrive. Please welcome Kelly to the podium.
Thank you so much. I am so excited to be here. Thanks for that introduction. I'm actually based in Connecticut, so I too am thoroughly enjoying the weather here, so thank you for that. I do get to travel all over and make investments and come to events like this. I also get to choose who we partner with. I am in a fantastic role, and I'm so grateful for this opportunity and the fact that I work for a company who does understand that housing is healthcare. I can relate to a lot of what a lot of the residents go through just from my life story, so it's extremely important for me to partner with the right people in the right places. And I did want to acknowledge that CVS Health and the family of companies are well represented here with Aetna folks and Mercy Care and Banner Aetna and Oak Street Health. And if you guys can just wave and acknowledge and thank you guys for all your support and coming out. Really appreciate it. So I have a little story to tell about this particular deal and why we got involved, and many thanks to Redstone for being the syndicator that sort of brought us together. I know they have past deals with Brinshore, but I think we started looking at it, and then I happened to be down in South Carolina, a little town called 96, and there was a renovation of a school that was abandoned. And this guy, Alex Walker, worked for Dream Key Partners, and he told me about his past. How did he get there? And he graduated from a program that was called Associate Council, I can't remember. It was a real estate program out of Wisconsin. And he said he and several students had basically put together a proposal on a piece of property and turn it into affordable housing. And they pitched it to a whole bunch of developers. And he goes, you know what? Only one took us up on it, and that was Brinshore. And Brinshore partnered with those students and were able to build 43 units of affordable housing, I think, in the Villard Commons, in the old North Milwaukee area. So I said to myself, wait, we're looking at something with Redstone and Brinshore right now. And I was like, that's who we need to partner with, because it's so important that a group like Brinshore would go above and beyond. I know that they'll do the right thing. I could ramble up here for hours, but would love to say that in the state of Arizona, we've invested over $86 million to create or renovate or preserve and renovate over 2,000 units, and more than half of that's in Maricopa County, including the $18 million that we've invested to see the Moreland happen. I also love the fact, and the reason that our company, as a leading healthcare solutions company, invests in housing, as it's already been said, is it really is the foundation for health. Housing is healthcare, and you're not going anywhere doing anything about your health or other situations in your life unless you have that stable, secure, quality housing. So it's number one for us. But one thing that makes us unique is we understand that everything else is needed after you have that foundation. So we don't just invest and walk away. We bring our colleagues out. We make sure they know to be involved. We have over 110,000 Aetna members in this region. We have nearly 400,000 Mercy Care members. We have 9 CVS and 2 Oak Street Healths within a 5-mile radius of this property. And again, I think in 2024 we announced Phoenix as a health zone and brought $2.1 million into local nonprofits to make sure that people had healthcare access and in-home care and managing chronic disease. We have a van that's visited about 150 different events for free screenings across the state. So we're just showing up for you and showing how our company comes together. We make sure that we're not working in silos, and we want to do the best we can. So super proud, super thankful to be here. Congratulations to all the partners and to the city of Phoenix. I mean, I know I can only imagine what has happened, because even towards the end it was tough to get it closed, but a lot happens well before that, and we too would love to look at the second phase. So thank you very much.
Kelly, appreciate your support. The next person I'd like to introduce is Rich Shortito. And I had his name earlier, but I was going to make a joke about it in the sense that Vice Mayor is also a recovering attorney as well. So, Rich is the co-founder and principal of Brinshore Development, an affordable housing development firm founded in 1994. More than 3 decades of experience in housing and a economic development. He leads Finshore's acquisition, planning, and development and construction efforts, guided by a strong commitment to strengthening communities nationwide. His dedication to civic impact is reflected in his service on the boards of LISC Chicago, All Chicago, and the Chicago Botanic Garden. I also want, before I welcome Rich to the podium, I want to say, we have talked about the deal making of the Moreland, and it was a very tough deal to do because we had a compressed timeline. And Brinshow, this is their first deal with the city of Phoenix. And one of the things that I want to mention is a lot of developers were betting against us and not able to complete this deal. And I say that because we did not have a robust number of developers responding to this RFP because of the timelines, right? But they stood up to the challenge and partnered with us and decided they want to make a deal work. It was challenging, but I want to say they worked great with us. So welcome to Phoenix. And Rich, you're welcome to apply again for any other deals, right? So we want to be good partners with all our partners here today. So I want to congratulate the Brinshow team for coming to the finish line, because it took a lot to get there and a lot of challenges to face. But I also want to acknowledge that their work was not unnoticed. So thank you very much, Rich, and please welcome to the podium.
Thank you so much, Titus. Appreciate your kind words, and Kelly as well. I'm Rich Shortino. I'm the co-founder of Rich Short Development. So honored to be here today with all of you. This is a celebration that marks a milestone. Start construction. We move from vision to reality. But it's also a moment for us to thank all the people, some of which have been mentioned before, but not everyone, but to thank everyone that has had a hand in making today possible. Affordable housing development is not easy. Building affordable housing just doesn't happen naturally. If it did, we wouldn't all be talking about the affordability in housing that we hear so often. It takes leadership and commitment from cities like Phoenix to make this kind of a project happen. To hear what they have done in such a short period of time is amazing. We do business in 17 different states around this country and are building projects like this everywhere. I have never seen the level of commitment that this city has to affordable housing. It is really remarkable. So we're grateful to the city for that commitment and for this initiative. We're also grateful that you have provided us this opportunity, and we appreciate your trust in us. And of course, we look forward to phase two. Keep hearing about phase two. Phase two. But thank you. But there are so many others that have had a hand in making this all possible. Through their resources and persistence and creativity and hard work, we're able to get to groundbreaking today. I'll start with our financing partners. It's all about the money. Our municipal partners. This is the City of Phoenix provided a great deal of financial support. Of course, the Arizona Department of Housing. Ruby, by the way, whoever Ruby is, isn't that your emblem?
She's right here.
Isn't that your emblem? The
heart?
heart?
No, I would say everyone with hearts.
Thank you. It's very appropriate. But thank you, and the Phoenix IDA also. Thank you very much. Our private funders, of course, Aetna and CVS and Redstone, the syndicator. Citibank is our lender. Thank you to them. A special thank you to the City of Phoenix staff. This, as you've heard, this project is, coming on 10 years, I understand. We've only been involved for less than a year. So the City of Phoenix's staff that stayed with this project for so long, thank you for all the hard work in setting the table for this. Titus, Angela, Brad, where's Brad? Brad's here somewhere. Brad, thank you very much for your work. And a personal thank you to my Brinshow team. These projects take a lot longer than 6 months to close. That they accomplish this in 6 months is really remarkable. We appreciate it. Everyone at Brinshow is very proud of the work that you've accomplished. Emily Abelin, Mike Shortino, Gwen McCain, Drew Scahill, Alex Cataronic, thank you very much. We believe at Brinshore, really, some of this you've heard, but we really, really believe that this type of project changes lives. And we believe that it strengthens the communities that surround us. For the people who live here, they are going to live here in a place that is stable. It is a place that they can live with dignity, and they have the opportunity to live a very fulfilled and productive life. It's impactful. And for this community around it, you now are going to have a diverse community and an inclusive community. It's important. And so I want to reflect on that this is a moment that is going to change generations of people who live here. Everyone here had a role to play in that. It's a remarkable day, and it's a day to celebrate. So I just want to finish by saying thanks again to the City of Phoenix, to all of our partners who made this day possible. We are extremely proud to become a part of this community. We're honored to be your partner, and we're really excited to get to work. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Rich. As we near the end of today's celebrations, I want to take a moment to express my heartfelt thanks to our housing team. For those of you on the housing team, please raise your hands. So this is a very important team because it takes a lot of resources and talents to get to this finish line. I'd also like to thank Sylvia and Tarisha for being part of the development team, helping manage this project. I also want to call out Angela Duncan, Deputy Housing Director, and Brian Puffer, the housing manager, who worked very, very hard. And I was going to say, Angela said to me she got gray hair because of this, but anyway. But nevertheless, this was, as Rich mentioned, a very challenging project to complete because of the compressed timeline. I also want to recognize Marla Tannenbaum, Caroline Johnson, and Yvette, who assisted relocating the residents from Deck Park Vista. That takes a lot, and it involved a lot of efforts in managing the files and making sure we're in compliance with the federal government. So thank you for that. I also want to thank another person who I don't thank enough, but it's Gina Montes, Deputy City Manager, who happens to be my boss, but also who's very supportive and has been very supportive of me in ensuring we accomplish what the Mayor and Council wants us to do in Phoenix. It also requires leadership to make sure that we have the resources available and the talents available to help us with this project. So I want to thank Gina for that as well. Thank you, Gina. I also want to recognize two individuals, and I just told them that I've never had the opportunity at a groundbreaking or even a grand opening to have two assistant city managers in the City of Phoenix represent coming to an event. So I want to recognize assistant city managers Ginger Spencer and Laurie Bass, who are here. It's fantastic to have both of you here because now I can come back to you for more money requests. So I want to thank the both of them for their leadership and support in helping us get to this finish line as well, because both of them are very engaged in knowing the social mission of what housing entails. So thank you for your support as well. I also want to thank another group, is the Phoenix IDA, Representative Mike and Carlos. Thank you very much for being here. Phoenix IDA is a valuable partner in helping us get private activity bonds, and helping us with other support as needed. So thank you very much for being here this morning as well. I also want to recognize a gentleman who's very quiet. It's Brett Gelfie, who is the director of the Arizona Finance Authority. He's in charge of something called volume cap. Without volume cap, you can't get the bonds issued, right? So he was gracious enough to award us an extra volume cap for this particular project that helped us to the finish line. So I want to thank Greg for doing that as well. And finally, I'm grateful for the Brinshore team, Rich and Emily, and your team, and the general contractors and all the architects that are here today. This has been a partnership, and I appreciate all of your help. I want to continue this partnership in phase 2 if possible. So as the Vice Mayor mentioned, I'm very eager to get phase 2 started because I think we have the momentum. I don't want to wait another 10 years to get this done. So we want to have the units, especially the location close to downtown. I think it's viable, and I think it'll score well, Ruby, on the high-tech application. So I think this will be a great project to finance and get built as well. So thank you very much for coming out this morning, and for all the speakers and persons I request, let's go do and rake some soil or shovel some soil.
Five,
Get started.
four,
Thank you, everyone.
3, 2, 1, give it. There we go.